didn't sleep at all that night. The wind was just howling. Looks like we're going up that mountain in front of us, which they call that the Emerald Forest. I am meeting Rhonda for Easter. This is the site of the Cloudland Hotel. It's getting blown sideways a bit. Oh, jeez. It's good to be here. Irwin, Tennessee. Keep moving north. So 2 nights ago, I walked into a weather forecast that had high wind warnings and then major rain the next day. I decided to push on and camp 2 nights ago at just below a mountain ridge. Fortunately, I was on the leeward side. The wind was pushing the other direction, protecting me a good bit. But it was really difficult. I didn't sleep at all that night. The wind was just howling like a jet engine. And it started collapsing my tent. And found a new use for trekking poles. So if you're on the fence about trekking poles, trekking pole helped prop up the middle side of my tent to keep it from collapsing on me. The next day, got up early trying to beat an afternoon rain forecast, getting up over a big bald, and somehow it started raining, blowing sideways. It was a little chilly and it was really tough. So why am I saying all this? I'm saying it because I was camping with 4 other people who were dealing with the same thing, all Thru-Hikers. And out here on the trail, I'll tell you, I can outwalk and I can outcarry a lot of these people out here. Physically, I can manage the weight, I can manage the miles, and I can manage the uphills. That's not what gets you to Maine. It's not what gets you to Katahdin. It's the mental toughness. These people out here are walking with grit, and I need to walk with it too. You like that view? So Grit's that guy that doesn't care how cold it is, doesn't care how rainy it is, doesn't care if you're going uphill up a mountain, whatever. He doesn't care if the wind blows sideways and it's filled with rain and what have you. All he cares about is getting miles in. Grit's the guy you need, part of your family. Grit's the guy you need to walk with out here. That mental toughness is something you got to develop, and you got to figure it out. And it's just like life. Everybody's got a lot of stuff they got to go through, a lot of mental toughness they got to take. You got to take the suffering sometimes. And there's a purpose in it. It gets you down the trail. So it's starting to turn into a blue sky day. It's good to be here. a place they call Beauty Spot. It's a big bald 360-degree views. Bit of a climb to get up here, but it's pretty, real nice. Up ahead, I think there's a place they call the Emerald Forest. So we'll get up there and see what that's like. Not too bad today. A little breezy, so it's a little cooler up on these balds. But lower elevations, it's been nice. Looks like I might be doing either a 14-mile day today, or maybe 18 if I want to go to the shelter, which is tempting. So we're still pushing through Beauty Spot, getting close to what they call Beauty Spot Gap. So I guess there's a road there, and looks like we're going up that mountain in front of us, which they call that the Emerald Forest. Beyond that's the shelter. Hoping to make it to Cherry Gap Shelter tonight. So, just met a couple of new thru-hikers on the trail. Paulie Lama, he's from Honolulu, Hawaii. And NOBO Nana, sweet lady, she's had lunch with them. She is from down south here, but originally from Philly. So, it's good to talk with them for a little bit. And there's rumor that Big Bird is up ahead of me, and I haven't seen him since sorry, there's a briars. Haven't seen Big Bird since I think before Hot Springs, and Hot Springs is the town before Irwin, so it's been a little while. So hopefully I meet up with him. So back there in the open field area is Beauty Spot. That's where we came from just a little bit earlier today. Came up over that mountain, dropped down into this valley, and then climbing up into the Emerald Forest is what they're calling this. Pretty good climb, but I appreciate so much the switchbacks and the stone steps. Somebody really made a nice trail here for us. Really appreciate that. And it's nice, I'm on the leeward side of the mountain right now, so the wind's not getting us. So it's rather pleasant. Hey guys, so this is where we came from, and we are right on the edge of the Emerald Forest. So we're going in. Yeah, and that's the color up there ahead. He's got a yellow coat on. Just met him today. Morning. Chilly morning this morning, but we're having a nice oatmeal for breakfast. Sun's coming up. It's supposed to get warm. and I am meeting Rhonda for Easter. And she's came down and we're going to go to church for Easter. So, loving that. It's a good day.
Oh, Archer.
Pretty view. I love the farmland down there and the trees and the woods. So I'm into a 16-mile day. I'm about 8 miles in and just climbing up this mountain. The next thing I need to do is drop down and then another 2,000-foot gain up the Roan High Knob, which should be a pretty cool place. Making the climb now, the Roan High Knob. I'm 2 miles away. Carvers Gap's my target though, 6.6. So the uphill slowed me down. It's pretty steep, but roughly 2 miles an hour. I should be there about 3 hours. Time to climb. Hey, so this is the site of the Cloudland Hotel, and the sign here says that back in the 1900s a narrow gauge railroad came up to the top of this mountain and there was a luxury hotel here with bowling alleys, croquet, a dance hall, and rockers on the front porch. And this placard's a little scratched up, but if you can get a picture, that was the hotel right there. It was a life of grandeur, it said. And they had golf up here. All this for $2 per day, $10 per week, or $30 a month. I'd pay $30 a month to be up here. It's hard to figure out where the hotel actually was. I'm assuming it was out this way. I couldn't see any real foundations. Looks like they took everything away. Yeah. Yep, don't see nothing. There's something down there, but that doesn't look like a major hotel foundations. All right, so this was just really interesting. So I got an idea. Let's bring back the old Adirondack style hotels on the top of the mountain. Narrow gauge rail, traffic can get up there, and no Wi-Fi, no cell phone allowed. All right, good idea. I gotta start building. Hey, so here's High Knob Shelter. It is the highest shelter on the Appalachian Trail. It's like around 6,200 feet, plus or minus, and it's fully enclosed. It has an inside with supposedly a loft. Oh, there it is.
Oh wow. Pretty Spartan conditions, but this would be a good place to get out of the wind.
There's somebody hiking. It's Papa!
Hello.
Hey, we found him!
Hey, buddy.
Hello. Teddy knew you were just at the top.
How you doing? Good. Oh, you're warm. Archer.
We are walking slow. We got it. Our trail boss Teddy is blazing away.
3 miles an hour. Instead of fast. Hey, I can't even keep up with you. Look at Archer. He's going.
Yeah, Archer is really cruising.
Hey, you guys want to carry my pack? Anybody want to carry my backpack? No takers.
Looking back at High Knob Shelter, where I was at the other day. It was right out in there, and up over this big ball. Wind's blowing. It's probably warm to stay on trail yet, so we got about 4 miles to go till camp. Off we go. This is a pretty sweet spot. Overmountain Shelter is back that direction. It's an old barn that they had to tear down because of structural problems. But there's a privy there, there's water here, and this is the best tent site I've had all yet. It's a nice grassy spot, and it's a nice warm night. So this is a good night. Behind me, Quaz, that's Quick with a Smile, and Next Step kind of just showed up. They're Thru-Hikers I met a few days ago, and nice to have some company here. There probably will be a few more coming, I'm sure. But yeah, let me show you the shelter, or where the shelter used to be. They had to tear it down, so looks like they got a lot of lumber left over. Couldn't haul that out, I guess. Be nice if it got cleaned up. Maybe they're in process of getting rid of it. Looks like a lot of it came out, but you can see here the foundations. The old barn. It's kind of a shame. That was a landmark. It was a big landmark of the Appalachian Trail. A lot of people really enjoyed this spot, and I can see why. So, but it had structural problems, so better to tear it down and be safe. Walking across a bald, and it's not raining, but it's pretty cloudy. Calling for rain, I think tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. Not sure what it's gonna do, but it's kind of interesting. Pretty cool place, and way up there, barely see them. Quaz and Next Step. I camped with them last night. Nice couple, and you know, I want to be with them tonight in Mountain Harbor. Mountain Harbor is a bed and breakfast and a hostel. I got just a little small room, not like you think of a bed and breakfast. They do have nice rooms for bed and breakfast people, but the hiker section, they have a bunkhouse, and then they have like some other things they offer, I think even tenting. But yeah, this is my day. Looks like the clouds are moving in. It's gonna get ready to dump again next day or two. It's supposed to get cold. Eventually we'll get out of this. Get a little blown sideways. It's really cool how you can see the trail out ahead of you on these balls. Oops. Check this out. Might be going up into the clouds. I don't know. You know, I actually can see. Yeah, I can see a hiker up above that first knob. He's still going up, so looks like the trail just keeps going up the mountain there. Pretty neat, pretty cool. Interesting day. Looks a little better over here. It's getting a little hard to walk right now. Getting blown off the trail. Still in it. I'm almost to the top, and I'm almost into the tree line. It was a really long climb. A little breezy. Here's what I have in front of me. Still up on this bald, but the wind stopped. I don't know if stopped is the right word, but it's not as severe. Here's my view. Starting to actually be able to see something. That was a long uphill, and it's getting blown sideways a bit. Oh, jeez. Be a lot of fun if this was a nice day, but you know, it's not bad. I'm on the flat now. I think the rest of the way in is downhill, and I'm going into Elk Park tonight, staying at Mountain Harbor. So it's always a good day when you go into town. Finally leaving North Carolina. Finally leaving North Carolina. I'm in Tennessee. I'm bouncing back from North Carolina to Tennessee and back and forth since the Smokies. And never really even knew what state I was in. But now I know I'm in Tennessee. I'm going to stay in Tennessee for a little while. But I am really looking forward to Virginia.